What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute and get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Straight Talk with Whitney D. Y'all know it's Thursday, so y'all know what that's hitting for, okay? So I pray you guys are having a super stupid blessed day, because I am, okay? I had a great week, okay? In spite of everything, okay? God has been good to me. Woke me up in my right mind, clothed me, you know. I looked around in my dirty house, and I said, God, you sure enough do me right every single day, okay? So I am doing good. I am happy. I'm excited for Straight Talk. Y'all know that this is one of my favorite nights, okay? So I'm excited. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. I was just making sure you guys can hear me. So anyways, good evening to you guys all, and welcome to Straight Talk again with Whitney D. I'm excited about tonight. If you have not done so, please take out the time to share this video, okay? Tonight's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very informative. We're going to just get right into it. It's not going to be long drawn out. I'm going to try to speed through this as quick as I can just to get the information out there so I won't hold you guys. I always say that, but then something come up, right? Not for nothing, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into everything. First and foremost, welcome to Straight Talk with Whitney D, okay? Make sure that you guys let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I place in your city and or state in the chat so I can shout you out, okay? Not for nothing, make sure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, okay? Last I checked, I think we're like 5 subscribers away from being at 6K. So kudos to us, you guys. Well freaking done. My goal though, okay, my ultimate goal for 2022 is to hit 10K. Okay, before we get into 23, I want to hit 10K. So I'm kind of respectfully like 4,000 away from that goal. I hope I'm able to make it. If not, it's okay. Not for nothing, keep it cute. Just look. Okay, now on the contrary, you guys have may or may not been privy to some things that done transpired this week. Okay, all right. That person is retired. She's resting. She had a long hard stint, so she's resting. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you politely to keep it cute. Okay, I sure would hate to give you the boot, but I will. Okay. Be blocked and blessed. Okay, so make sure you just respect my platform, and if you don't have to be here. Click the X. Okay, go where you are so rightfully accepted. Okay, but keep it cute here. Okay, because this is a safe space. Okay, feel free to cry, yell, cuss, or fuss, but respectfully. Okay, that's all I simply ask you. Be respectful. Okay, you have been warned. These are real life situations. Please be kind, okay? Please be kind in the chat, okay? Now, tonight is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little more personable. As you guys see the title, we're going to be discussing these end times and dating and relationships and things of that nature, okay? Should that be a focus of yours right now? You know, should you be putting all your eggs in the basket of forgetfulness because these are the end times, right? And then we're also going to be talking about children getting touched and what to do and signs to look for and things of that nature. So it's going to be a rather kind of semi-heavy night, but it's needed. Okay, y'all know I try to stir up uncomfortability, if you will, so we can deal with the topics that need to be discussed. Okay, now I am doing something new tonight. All right, your girl is maneuvering around with my cameras. Okay. I am playing around, okay, with my cameras, okay, and I'm trying to see, all right, how I'm gonna be doing this production with you guys, okay, how I'm gonna be, how it's gonna be, okay. So y'all let me know how y'all like this, okay. All right, now, okay, here we are. Y'all know I always tell y'all monies is well spent over here, okay. Whatever y'all give me is going to go back into the production and the quality of this channel, period, poo. So if you would like to join the best show on YouTube, okay, the best channel here, okay, why not? It's better over here, okay? It's better. Y'all know y'all got a leader who is spitfire, but we'll pray for you in the same breath, all right? It's just normal, okay? Normal. You got a dirty house, I got a dirty house. Okay, all right, normalcy. Okay, click that link and join. All right, join this dirty house. Okay, y'all. I'm actually about to catchphrase that. I really am. I'm working on some t-shirts. Okay, if Tasha K can cash in on, she don't have it, I can cash in on smiling in my dirty house. Okay, I mean, I think that sounds right. Okay. I think that's fitting. Okay. Now, if you'd like to support me in my cleaning fund, which I need, Katie, we need a shirt on this too. Support Whitney's cleaning fund. Hashtag support Whitney's cleaning fund. And we need to put my cash app on there. Okay. That's another shirt idea. Okay. Support Whitney's clean house fund. Okay. All right. So if you would like to do so, you can send your donation. It's never too little, never too big, at my cash out at Whitney D TV 87. Okay, it's going to be highly appreciated. It's going to go back into me finding some housekeeping services. Okay, for my dirty house. Okay, don't want nobody catching COVID. Okay. All right. Last but not least, if you would like to send me any kind of product and or service or what have you, you can send it to my PO box. All right. That's where I receive all of your goodies, and it won't go in vain. Okay. Now, if you need some straight talk, you can send me an email at reviewswithwhitneyd@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you there. Okay. All right. And last but certainly not least, at the bottom of the screen, you can see how that you can support me on a monetary basis. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this chat real quick, and we're going to just go ahead and get into it. Okay. Hey, Kamiko, my beautiful lady. She says, hello, Whitney D and Whitney's gang gang. Hey, Shotty. Hey, honey munches of oats. And like Katie says, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and share. Okay. Don't forget to press that notification bell so you don't miss out. All right. And if you do, always travel over to my community tab. I always post there first. Okay. Without shout out. If you want to know, I wonder if Whitney's going on. Did I miss anything? Go to my community tab. I promise you, everything will be there. Okay. Hey, Queen Keisha says hello. Hello. Good evening. Okay. All right. So shouts out to Shea Michelle Cosmetic. This look on my face, very, very neutral and muted tonight because I just kind of just wanted to get into it. Hey, Sissy Pooh. Hey, Miss Brenda is in the building, okay? All right, so as shouts out to Shea Michelle Cosmetic and Shazazz Creation. I'm supporting her brand. This is my Juice tea, and y'all know the movie Juice, okay? All right, let me go to camera B, shall I say. All right, so shouts out to Shazazz Creations. Both of these brands you can find in the description box down below. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it, okay? And hopefully this is something that you guys all can relate to. I sent the video to my mom because this is actually about my mom. I'm just gonna be quite frank and honest with you. My mom, as you guys may be privy to, those that actually went and followed her or try to find her, whatever. That's why I be telling y'all, like, baby girl is not hiding. Okay, you can run up if you want to. Okay, you can text this gangster if you want to. Okay, but everybody that I roll with is straight crazy. Okay, thugs. Okay, and I'm just gonna say it there. I'm not afraid. I'm like, oh, Whitney, watch out. I'm just being honest. I mean, it is what it is. You may be surprised about the people that smile and are cute and fruity, and you come up short in life. Okay, but we're not talking about that tonight. I'm just saying, for those that were maybe trying to see how my mom look and you guys saw her, whatever the case may be, my mom is gorgeous, okay? And I mean, I'm not just saying it because that's my mom. She's a beautiful woman, and she's got a beautiful spirit. She's a woman of God. She's came a long way from having a low education from high school, not graduating and things to that nature, getting pregnant young, and doing a lot of things in life. She's been married before, with my father or what have you, and it didn't work out. She began to date in life and things to that nature. Well, in her older age, somebody said my video. What happened? Hold on. I got a message. Did something come down? Oh, Daddy's Little Free. It probably did. Okay. Somebody said that they think that Daddy's Little Free got taken down, the reading. It probably did. Yeah, it probably did. Yeah, it probably did. It probably did get taken down. What I'm gonna end up having to do is yeah, it probably did get taken out. I told y'all that particular video was that book is very risque. It really is. I'm gonna end up having to, oh, you so angry? mom is so angry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the members only. That's the only way that I can do that. Put it on members only. And y'all, I got Patreon. Okay, this may be something that I can re-upload all the chapters and put it on Patreon. Like I said, it was kind of low-key uncomfortable for me to read because I was just like, ew, like this is some stank, nasty stuff, y'all. I keep this stuff in the bedroom. But the first two readings I put on members only, and they are just fine. So I may just put it on members. Hey, Hockey in the building. Hey, handsome. Woo! Y'all go check out Hockey, baby. Okay, he just released this track. And it's amazing. Okay, if I was trying to be on a good up and up, I will play it for y'all. But go to his channel. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. Your page come from Whitney. My mama be like jamming it. My husband was like, I can't get that song out of my head. Shouts out to Hockey, and anybody got a problem, it's whatever. I don't care. But anyways, okay. So let's get back into this. Okay. So my mom, beautiful. She's in her 60s, right? And we've had conversations to where I'm like, ma'am, love is out there. You should go love. And she's one like, oh, but like Methuselah, oh, but the end times are coming, and I don't want to miss Jesus, and I don't want to worry about that. My mom is ready, okay? Ready for the coming of the Lord. And I be telling her like, Mom, I get that. But at the end of the day, girl, you deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve affection. And why does it matter if it's the end times, right? So I want to play this particular video because y'all know I do thorough research when it comes to stuff, because I don't want to just be talking down my butt. Like, is that something valid? Is my mom making a valid concern that she shouldn't be worrying about, dating and marriage and stuff like that? And I wanted to address a lot of you guys that, and even me, I had to check myself, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, because I have a video. It's like about 8 minutes. Bear with me because I'm going to talk with it afterwards, but it's very informative. But not for nothing, I battle because I've always wanted a big family. I wanted a lot of children. And me and my husband, negotiated a total of 4 kids. We have 3 right now. So 1 more is in the whim, right? But me and her had a conversation. I was like, I don't know if I really want one in these times and days and what is going on in the world. But my promise to God, and what I've always told him was that if you bless me with children, Lord, I'm gonna make sure that they are children of God. I'm gonna make sure that they're always better than me. And when I tell you my daughter, oh my God, Demi is amazing. She's going to be an amazing wife. She's going to be an amazing mother. She's so compassionate. She's so kind-hearted. She's beautiful inside and out. And I'll be looking at her like, girl, you came from my loins. It's just weird because I'll be like, wow. But then I have to be realistic with myself. A lot of attributes my daughter has, she did get from her mom. She did. I'm a dope person at the end of the day. That's why I hate when people make me go back there, because it deflects from who I am now in this current moment. And yes, I was, but now I'm not. That person that will snap, crackle, and pop, and that will pull up and do some other things and make you really see what it's hidden for, she's in there. But it's like, I had a conversation with my mom, because I'm being very transparent with you guys. This is straight talk. This individual that I had this falling out with, that I just responded to this week, I told my mom on site, I don't care. I'm finna be 35 years old. On site, I'm driving this weekend. Okay, my kid's gonna be gone. Let's do it. Okay, let me see what that mouth do. Let me see what you gotta say. And my mom was like, Whitney, girl, you too old. And I'm like, no, what's old about me, baby? I'm a what? Yeah, what? And she was like, you're not there anymore, right? So I say all that to say that it's never too late to do a new thing. It's never too late to move forward in life. That's why I tell y'all on here, I say things once. I'm not going to repeat myself, okay? And whatever with that information you choose to do, you do that. If you choose to try to dox me or whatever the case may be, prepared for the repercussions of that. A lot of you guys get punked with that, but I'm not afraid. My channel is my name. I am Whitney D because my name is Whitney Davis. You can go over to my Facebook and connect the dots. I'm not afraid of no people in this world, because God with me is more than the world against me. Okay, let's make that very clear. So I don't live to conform or to confine to anybody on this tube, on this net, or in this world. Okay, I came into this world alone. I will die alone. Okay, but you're not going to take me out because you didn't put me in it. So I have no fear of man. I'm delivered completely from man. Like, child, please. I say all that to say, though, like I said, having a conversation with my mom about the times that we're in is very evil. And I noticed myself slipping into that, because the thoughts that I was having would have, like I said, probably made me not be able to see the light of day anymore, because when I say something, I tend to do it. And so having these conversations with my mom, because like I said, y'all see how my mom talks. She just kind of has, in a sense, but she goes in and out. She goes in and out of wanting to find love and then saying, well, no, I'm not worried about that. But deep inside, God created us to be with one another. God did not create us to be alone. Let's go there. Genesis chapter 1. All right. He created Adam, right? And he looked at Adam and said, that's not good. But when he made one man out of Adam, he said, that's good. We're made for one another. Literally, physically. The man's penis is shaped like that to go into this particular hole that he created within us. Some fit very perfectly. You know, some you got to shove in like a peg because it don't fit. But we're all created for a purpose and for one another, right? And I just, in the core of me, don't think that changes. Sissy poo. I don't think that changes. Hold on. Let me see what my sissy wants. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Katie. Okay. I don't think that changes because of the times that we're in. I don't think that changes. If anything, I think God is going to see his purpose for you through to the very end, you know, and then you never know what that relationship is purposeful for in the kingdom. You don't know what that child that you're holding back is for the purpose of the kingdom. All these things that you're taking on your own time and on hands is selfish. So I wanted to play this particular clip. Y'all, please watch this through. And I know y'all probably like, what is it? Watch it, because we're going to have a dialect about it, okay? I am excited to present this to you guys. Check this particular video out, okay? Let me know if y'all can't hear it.
One comment I've received a lot lately was something like this. Wake up. Stop wasting your time with relationships. The end is near. God doesn't want you to get married now. Is this true? If we are living in the end time, is it pointless to even try to date and then marry someone? Here are 4 points to consider. Number 1, the New Testament instructions on getting married and the New Testament teachings about marriage were written after Jesus warned us that the time is short. Among Christians, the views vary widely about when Christ is going to return and how the order of events will happen. My goal in this video is not to add to that conversation. Rather, my aim here is to answer the question, if we are in the end times, should people still try to get married? In short, my answer is yes. I do believe people should keep getting married until the day Jesus returns. One reason I believe this is because of the order in which God has given us certain truths about the end times and about marriage. Throughout the New Testament, Christians are given instructions about how to get married, who to marry, and how to honor the Lord in marriage. But all of these instructions were inspired by the Holy Spirit after Jesus already told all of us to live as though the end could happen at any moment. For example, in Matthew 24, 36 through 39 and verse 44, Jesus said, "But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only. For as were the days of Noah, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day when Noah entered the ark, and they were unaware until the flood came and swept them all away. So will be the coming of the Son of Man. Therefore, you must also be ready, For the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect.
So we're gonna get back to that clip, but boom. You hear that? You don't know when Jesus is coming back. So for you to say, I'm going to stifle my life, I'm going to pause what I want to do in life because the world is coming to an end. Jesus is soon to come back. You're out of order. Mama, you on here. You're out of order. You can't say because the world is coming in and these are the end times that I'm just going to stop living life as I know it because Jesus is soon to come. And I just got to be focused on his coming. No. There's purpose. And you're missing it. And you're missing out on happiness because the world is coming to an end. Sorry, I'm just updating the screen so y'all know what we talking about. Did you hear that? Yes, mama, you hear it. and it's speaking to myself. And like I said, we're gonna go back to the video, but I want this to be clear. You have a goal in life that you want to do. Go for it. Stop worrying about what the world is doing. The world is going to do what the world is going to do. You've been hearing about from your granny, your great granny, the rumors of wars. Oh, now because it's manifesting. Oh, you should have been preparing years ago when you heard about it. Don't get in suspense now and ooh, you've been being warned. That was biblical. That you were here and you won't even, you just, no. When you're called for a purpose, when God places a desire in your heart, he's going to see it through, baby. By any means necessary. Yeah. So, if you have a gumption that you want a family, girl, you could be 56 years old. We done heard, but see, let me make this very clear. The reason why stuff is in the Bible as it is, with the timings and things of that nature, and people be looking at the Bible like, that's crazy. She was how old? Yes, come on now. I didn't even open up Straight Talk. Hold on, my bad. I was supposed to play that clip. Straight Talk in. All right, babies, we back. See, to us, as mere mortals, as flesh, we can't see living past 100. We can't see having love at 100. We can't see birthing a child at 100. Why? Cannot God do all things through Christ that gives us, that gives us strength? Or is it confined to what you can see possible? Yeah, you can find love at 56, 70 years old. People do it all the daggone time. But see, when you live on man's time, then you start putting restrictions on God. Come on now. Don't miss that. You didn't hear that. You start putting restrictions on God, not yourself. Ooh. See, you start tying God's hands. Because when you speak it, it's going to manifest. And God is not an author of confusion. You either want it to happen or you don't. And if you want it to happen, you have to stand in that the first time. Come on, somebody. You can't say, God, that's my husband. Come on now. And then when it gets rusty, then when it gets ugly, when turbulence comes, when the end of the world comes, say, oh, well, it's okay, Jesus. What? You can't say, God, give me the desires of my heart. And then when it's turbulence, when the end times come, when there's rumors of war, say, oh, that's okay, Jesus. I'm going to focus on you. He don't need you focusing on him. He don't need that. He needs you to praise and delight in him. But how do you not know that in that relationship, in that marriage, in that child, That's where he's going to get the most praise, the most worship, the most glory. No. Because we're in the end times. I don't need to be focusing on that. That shouldn't be my focus. How selfish of me. What? How selfish of you not to see the purpose that God has for you, the desire that he placed within you only, to not see it through. But, who am I? Who am I? I'm in this lesson just like y'all. Let's get back to what, we listen to the white man. Before we listen to the black woman or the black man, we listen to the white man. It's valid when they say it. So let's see what the white man said about that. Okay.
Jesus clearly said none of us will know exactly when he is returning. So he tells us the solution is to always live as though he could come back at any moment. It's unbiblical to say that because you feel the end is near, you should start living differently. Jesus said you should always live like the end is near because you won't know when it happens. Therefore, to say that people should not marry now because the end is near goes against what the Holy Spirit inspired the authors of the New Testament to write. Even though Jesus told us to live like the end is near, the Holy Spirit still had the New Testament authors give Christians instructions about relationships and marriage. So even if we are living in the end times right now, it's clear that all the biblical instructions about getting married and how to be a godly wife or husband still apply. Number 2, marriage is a witness to the world about God's love, and we are called to be a witness until Jesus returns. In Matthew 24, verses 6 through 8 and verse 14, Jesus said, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet."
Cold-blooded. Did you hear that? Just because you hear rumors of wars doesn't mean that you're supposed to be shaking. Didn't I just tell y'all that? Now, I don't just know the Bible like that. I'm not a Bible scholar. I just know, certain scriptures that I can identify with. But I knew that didn't sound right. I'm like, we've been knowing about rumors of wars. Come on now. Don't be surprised, but that don't mean that I'm supposed to stop acting like a wife and start acting like Tatiana because the end of the world's coming. It's not going to matter. The hell with these kids. I'm finna go off and venture off in Wonderland because the world is ending. No, you still act accordingly. So that also means that whatever God has placed in you, let him see it through. I don't give a darn if the sky is falling and I'm literally on the labor table and I'm pushing out maybe the baby that is going to be the sacrificial lamb of whatever. I don't know. Or stop my relationship because, there's rumors of war. Or stop a business opportunity because, did you hear about the wars? Jesus is on the main line. He's coming. So I want to be right by him, especially in these times, if it's marriage and things to that nature. If anything, I will be running to the altar because the word says that better to be married than to burn. Meaning, I'd rather be in a marriage than to be fornicating and burning in hell. So that's why when people ask me about my marriage and stuff like that, it's fast to people. But I know Whitney. I know what I was capable of doing if I didn't get married quickly, Lord. Let's just be real. Okay, have you seen my husband? I keep telling y'all how fine he is in every way. Okay? So I know if I kept my ways, God would not be pleased. So to men, yes, me and my marriage and stuff probably just flew past a lot of people, but no. Me and my husband discussed that and we talked about that in the dating phase. That's the reason why dating in these end times is valid, is important, because it's purposeful at the end of the day. Like this year, we're about to celebrate 8 years of marriage. Ain't it? 8 years of marriage. 9 years of being together. Can you hear that? all of in a matter of months getting together, months becoming with child, months of becoming girlfriend and boyfriend, months of coming husband and wife, because it happened like that. But better to be married than to burn. Okay. So, and I'm not going to go back to that clip, but you guys can go and find that particular video, the full video in its entirety. I'm gonna stop it from here because I want to get into a conversation with you guys. But you can find it on applygodsword.com/Mark Bollinger. Let me what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually put the video link probably in the description box, but I'm going to put it in the chat right now for you guys that probably want to go and finish it. Very informative. I was just like, yes, because I'm not going to lie. My mom is a tough cookie. Okay. My mom is the type and you know what? I'm not going to say she's a tough cookie. I'm going to say I feel, and my mom is here. No shade, but I feel like my mom looks at me as her baby. I'm finna be 35 years old, y'all. 35 years old, right? And I still think my mom looks at me like a little baby. And I think a lot of my siblings and things to that nature don't see me as the woman of God, the woman that's married, that has children. And you guys know that we talked about that on last week. I said that, I can relate to that young lady who sent the email in and was saying that they keep talking about her past. I go through that, And it's just because I think people don't see me in this future self. But I say all that to say that my mom, like, seriously, I have to like show her in the word, and it's kind of like me too. If you show me something in the word, for the most part, I'm like, okay. But I have to show my mama stuff in the word. And even then, okay, all right. Because I think, again, like, it's hard for her to receive something from me because I am her daughter. And maybe because I'm young, or maybe because, I'm a little girl, but she used to wipe when I was little and used to fall and scrape my knee and she would pick me up. So to me, to be in my womanhood, in my godliness, I don't know. I'll be sometimes like, okay, mama, look, here's a link. Listen to this. So I found that because I was curious to see if what I was saying was factual, if it was valid, if I was making a point, because I don't want to steer anybody wrong. I don't want to be misquoting or misleading. And like I said, I don't just know the Bible just front and back like that. But some stuff God gives me discernment for, and he guides me to different scriptures and different things to that nature. And then also I'm just like, well, I never known God to be a person, be an entity, if you will, that went back on his word. If you said that you wanted to, Whitney, is your husband a preacher? I'm praying for a preacher or a deacon. No. And my husband is right over there. No. When I actually, be honest with you, when I met my husband, he was a babe in Christ. I was more into the word than he was, but he was like so eager to eat it up. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna share this with you. I was actually trying to run him off, child, because I wanted a preacher. I wanted a deacon. I wanted a man of God, right? I wanted that, right? And so I remember it's a video out there, and I think I got it on my channel. But I would do a lot of speaking engagements, a lot of word, biblical word. I would go around and I would speak. I would evangelize, And it was one particular clip that I said to him because I wanted to scare him crapless. I wanted him to be like, oh, no, that's okay. Because let's be real. Most men in the world don't really want a good girl. They don't. They say they do, but when they get one, they really don't know what to do because they don't want to taint them. And then they really low-key ain't ready to really make that change. Come on, somebody. So with my husband, I sent him that clip, right? And I was like, yeah, he's gone. When I tell y'all, I threw a lot of stuff at my husband, trying to get rid of him, not because of he wasn't a good guy, because he was a good guy. Come on. And I didn't think, not that I wasn't ready. Let's be clear. I was waiting for this moment, but sometimes we miss it right when it's in front of us. Okay. He wasn't fully packaged the way that I thought. He, like, again, he wasn't the preacher, he wasn't a deacon. He was everything that I needed, but I didn't see it. So I was trying to throw everything at him because I didn't deserve him. Come on now. I felt tainted. I felt like all the stuff that I went through, really, who am I to really deserve a preacher, a deacon, or somebody of that magnitude, somebody that's going to be good to me? Because that's the only thing that you think of. You only think of somebody in the church, somebody that is, going down that path with you. It's going to be, they're going to know how to treat you and things of the nature. And that could be true in some cases. In some cases, those be the worst ones. Okay. But no, he wasn't. But what I love about my husband, what I love to this day about my husband, and the reason why our marriage thrives the way it does, is not perfect. It's successful because we both understand the purpose. Come on. I didn't want a perfect marriage. I didn't want that. I wanted somebody to fight as hard for a situation or something just as hard as I would. Because a lot of relationships that I got in, I was the fighter. And they were not, no, they didn't level up with my fight. My mom always would tell me, and I didn't get it until I got it. You want somebody to love you more than you love them. And I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. I don't want that, I don't know if I want that. But I got what she was saying. She said, because you know how hard you love. You want somebody basically to match that. I said, oh, I get that. And lo and behold, I would have missed out on that because he wasn't my preacher. He wasn't my deacon. He wasn't my man of God. But over time, he grew into that. Come on. See, you got to see the potential in somebody. You can't just let somebody roll up on you and not see potential in them and throw them away. If you see a glimmer of hope or potential and you know your capabilities, then you can fine tune that individual to anything that you desire, that they desire, actually. See, I didn't change my husband. Let's be very clear. I influenced change, but I didn't change him. And I would say the same for me. No. He doesn't control me. He doesn't make me do anything. I choose to do things. Yeah, he influences me to make choices in my life, vice versa. But at the end of the day, we are still our own individuals, right? So I say all that to say that we have to get out of, again, tying God's hand. I remember leaving out of my last marriage, and I was telling the Lord in a prayer one day, I said, I don't want nobody else but him. Although this Negro did not want me. He didn't want me. But see, I was so unworthy and not self-aware that I was willing to deal and take what I didn't deserve. I didn't deserve somebody who didn't want me, who wanted to cheat with the next one, who didn't want to give me their all. I did not deserve that. However, I thought I did. I thought, well, Whitney, you're not that good, so why not? You're tainted. You got baggage. Girl, you're not all that. When God had to tell me, like, excuse me, first, like, hey, you're not. Girl, I created you and you're wonderfully made. What are we talking about? And I had to find myself. So when I came to myself, God had to give me another reality check, because the word says you are not supposed to think yourself higher than you ought to. So when I met my husband, oh, baby, you're not on my level. Oh, girl, you done messed up there. Because, baby, truth be told, he supersedes your level. Oh, and I mean that. Baby, my level for men was horrible. Although I thought I knew. But clearly, according to my history, that was garbage. And this man was every bit of a higher standard in regard. He didn't have 7-Eleven kids. You know, he didn't come with all this crazy baggage and background and stuff like that, and pestilence and silence and diseases. And let's just be real, child. Okay? He didn't come with bad credit. You know what I'm saying? He came, yeah, he was in an unfortunate situation, a living situation. But let's be clear, before that, he was in a relationship. It didn't work out. Situations happen, unbeknownst to us. He had a job that he was with at that time, I think like 3, 4, 5 years or whatever the case may be. He going on 8, 9 years there to this day. Okay. Potential. You hear me? Had a car. Come on now. So you got to be ready to dust a person off. And really be honest with you, he did the dusting when it came to me. He showed me my self-worth. He showed me, girl. I remember having a conversation. He was like, I can't believe I bagged somebody like you. I'm like, really? Negro, boy, please. Okay, I done messed around with some tree monsters. You fine. Okay, you got one child. Okay, you got a car. You not bumming my car. You ain't got no diseases. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Nigga, I bagged you. I'm like, yes. Potential. So, no shade. Looking for that preacher, that deacon is wonderful. But stop tying God's hands and restricting him to just that. And allow him to present you what he desires for you to need. What he thinks that you need in these times. And maybe it's not in the way that you think. I met my husband at karaoke. Okay. Wasn't looking for him at all. Wasn't. Didn't want to see him. Gave him my number and I knew I wasn't going to call. Knew I wasn't going to answer. So maybe it is a online dating app. Maybe it is you getting out and mix and mingle. Maybe, you don't drink or smoke or do anything like that. Maybe it's a lounge atmosphere. Maybe it's church. But like I tell people, that man is not going to knock at your door. Like where they do that at? Jesus sent me to you. I'm every bit of man and woman that you need. No, it don't work that way. You got to get out. You got to be amongst people. You got to mix and mingle. You got to get yourself out there. And then you got to trust God to bring that person forward. You know when you know. And stop worrying about what's going on in these end times. The world is doing exactly what the world is supposed to do. So you, as a child of the Most High God, is supposed to do what you're supposed to do. Period. Do you think that me and my husband are worrying about the end times and that's going to stop us from getting this house that we want to get in? Do you think that that's going to stop us from possibly bringing another life into this world? No. We trust that God is going to see it through. And that's all we can do. We can't stop life and stop living and stop being purposeful because rumors of wars are going on. Actually, I don't know if y'all know this. It's not already started. And a lot of us are not affected. No shame. My mama called me today. She was telling me, girl, there's police at this gas station. They're escorting people to, and I turned my camera on. I was like, oh, I don't have no problem getting gas out here. It's expensive. But, nobody's more guarding me. See, God will cultivate a situation. God will cover you in a situation. You got to trust that. When I tell you all this stuff that's been going on in the world, low key, no shade. God has been making sure me and mine are good. We have really no lack. Has it been hard times? Absolutely. But God, though the enemy slay us, yet do we trust the Lord. We are good. The struggle has been real, but it's good for your soul to struggle sometimes, to kind of humble you, to kind of let you know where your help comes from. So, to wrap this up in a cute little fuzzy bow, stop allowing what's going on in this world to conflict you. Stay focused at the course of what's before you. We got the Bible, and we've been reading the word since old kingdom time. And everything done came to pass. Did Trump stop it? No. Did Biden stop it? No. The word is going to do what the word is going to do. Just as well as the world is going to do what the world is going to do. What are you going to do? You want to wait and just be sitting there watching time fly by you? Or you going to live life? I'm going to wrap this segment up with this because, and I'm being transparent or what have you. And I hope my husband is okay with this. But when we lost our brother, it was very unsettling. It was very traumatic. It was very damaging. And I'm not gonna lie, and my husband can attest to this, we kind of got disconnected. Not with each other, but with the world. It was like too close to comfort, and it shook us in our core. So much so that we stood up, and I remember this, and this moment reconnected us, and it made me just love my husband all over again. Not that I didn't, but it showed me the reason why we are so dope for each other and with each other, because our conversation. It has never been a sexual thing. Like I said, that's great. But me and my husband are intellects, and we talk, right? So we was having a conversation, y'all. We was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. We was just diving deep. And he was just sharing with me that, that really impacts him losing his friend like that, losing his brother. And what I told him was, but you're here. You're still here. He was like a light went off on him. You're still living. What are you going to do with that? So again, I tell you, you're still living. Sorry, y'all, that's the dryer. Okay. You're still here. You're still living. You're still capable of loving. You're still capable of receiving love. Many of people are not. But you are still here. You're able to receive love, to give love, to have life, to bring life, to receive love, to do all of these things. End times or not. What are you going to do about it? So, in lieu of this discussion that we're having with, dating in the end times or what have you, should I be dating in the end times or with the world ending? Yes. But do it in God's way. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of his righteousness, and all those things will be added unto you. If he gave you the desire, guarantee you me, he's going to see you through. Okay? Not nothing. I know that I was supposed to be doing what I'm doing now on this platform because I know God gave me that purpose, gave me that desire. Not too many people can do this, would do this, especially with a lazy eye. Let's be real. But see, not even a lazy eye, not this eyeball hanging out my head, not my lips being shut will ever stop me from doing the purpose that God called for my life to be. And I know that. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. Didn't quite know how, but I know without a shadow of a doubt what I'm supposed to be doing and the timing of it all. So we're going to go into this last topic. Like I said, this is the final topic. And like I said, this is going to be a little bit heavy, but I had a conversation and I want to share it with you guys. And I want to be able to give you guys some tidbits and some pointers. And then we're going to head out. It's kind of been a heavy night. I was going to do the, what's it called? The bonus topic, but we're going to chalk it up. I'm not going to have time to get to it because, again, I don't want to make this particular video to be long drawn out. We're going to take a quick little break, okay, a little commercial break, and then I'm going to be back with the final topic, okay? All right, you guys stay tuned. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. And I mean that. Don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, I am here to let you guys know we are now accepting members. Let me stop stunning. We've been accepting members, but I'm here to tell you more information about the memberships, okay? It's just better here. Why not become a member and support your girl on a month-to-month basis, okay? Now, we have 4 different tiers that you can choose from. They'll probably be somewhere over here, okay? Not for nothing, we have Out of the Bushes for $1.99 a month, okay? And then you can become a Witness member. $3.99 a month. You can't beat that, okay? Now, if you want to take it up a notch and become a Witness gang member, just $9.99 a month, okay? Now, I see you. You want to go even further. That's great, okay? Become a Witness Nation member at $19.99. Okay, now all these proceeds go back into the channel, okay? I pride myself on doing due diligence to give you guys best quality product and content, okay? So if you love what you see here on Whitney DTV and you want to keep it going, make sure you become a member like right now, like today, like go do it now, okay? Comes with a lot of different perks like members only chats and member only videos and getting updates and exclusive information before anybody does, okay? So what are you waiting for? Go become a member like now. Like right now. Duh. Bye. All right, you guys, welcome back. Okay, so I was having a conversation with a friend, okay? And unfortunately, she was just divulging with me that what are some signs for her to look for if she feels as though her child has been touched, right? And hold on, let me update the banner. Okay. All right. So she and I had a conversation. She was like, "Well, what are some signs that I can look for, or how do I know if my child's been touched? What is some behavior differences and things of that nature?" And I feel like the conversation got opened up by way of her watching my documentary. Okay, for those that have not seen it, When Time Stopped is my documentary that I direct, I put together, I edited, I did all of it. Okay, the production and everything by way of my husband and Whitney Davis Planning Productions. Right. Check it out. Go to my page and check it out, right? I'll probably link it on this video. Not for nothing, we was having a dialect because of that, right? And she was just like, man, like, I don't want to be that parent, you know? And so I was like, I really want to talk about this and discuss this, you know, real quick for those people that may not actually ever watch my video. But you know, I just want I want everybody to be fully aware that and any comments or whatever towards any other topic, I'm going to look at the end once we do our open talk. But I want you guys to be fully aware that you can be the best parent out there in the world, right? What you have to understand is sometimes, unfortunately, that is the trail that your child has to go down. Ooh, I know you don't want to hear that. But when I tell you that my sexual abuse came from a relative, right? I don't know. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Where was I at? Gosh, I lost my train of thought, y'all. I heard my husband controller moving. I'm like, what is that? Okay. Yeah. I don't think that any parent can truly be prepared to how can I say this? I can say this. When I had the conversation with my mom, it was just kind of like perplexing to her because she didn't go through that. And she went through some tumultuous stuff in her life, but not that, right? And so she wasn't looking for anything, you know? Now, I will say you don't want to be that parent that's itching, that's trying to find something, look something, because it's like, that could be something that your child will never go through. You know, like I said, my mom never went through sexual abuse or trauma or anything like that. So she wasn't looking for signs in me or around me to be like, oh, something is, you know what I'm saying? Now, yes, you can be that parent that is kind of on high alert. But to be honest with you, I'm like that because of my experiences. Had I not been through my experiences, I probably would be like my mom and kind of be like, well, you know, not really. Yeah, you can go there. You can do this. Yeah, you can go over there. Yeah, it's okay. You know, I probably would be because you don't think that evil. Okay. You don't think that deep. You don't think that negative. You don't think that low. Right. So, but if you ever had a feeling of whatever, I think you need to have a conversation with your child. Because if there's any kind of indication or signs, children have a way of their behavior telling you a lot. They have a way of having a conversation with you without having a conversation. Many kids have been told not to say anything. So you have to open up a level of dialect to let them know it's a safe space. Mommy, daddy's not mad. Let's talk about it. What's going on? How are you feeling? Like, that's how you open up the conversation with your children, and don't press the issue. Do not press, okay? Because again, they're kids and it's uncomfortable. They don't know what is going on. But if you're trying to be have a precaution, if you will, to what could possibly happen, I just say be cognitive of who you allow them to be around. Ask questions, talk to parents, talk to relatives, see who they're going to be around. Prepare your child. Prepare your child. Okay. Prepare your children to be aware of their surroundings. Prepare them in a way that they don't even know that they're being prepared. Okay. Talk to them about good touch and bad touch and discomfort and low key, but high key. Hey, high key, Mikey. It starts with you. And I actually saw this on Geronda's channel, and she does this thing called patient parenting or something like that, or I don't know, but it's something where she doesn't discipline her kids. Like, she doesn't spank them or anything like that. She talks to them. And I'm like, look, child, look. And she like, hey, okay. But what I got from her that was very dope, and I said, I want to start incorporating that, is that she said with her kids, because she's been through sexual abuse, she doesn't just get all up on them and kiss all up on them and grab them and stuff like that. And I'm big on that. Like, I still got to catch myself because I be pinching my little kids, little tushies, little butts and stuff like that. Because I don't look at them like an object of sex or anything like that. It's just cute. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. And then I find myself getting my son, even my daughter, and I'm just kissing because they're my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love them. I've seen them itty bitty and I just love them, right? But they're people. And they have a privacy that we have to implement, that nobody has the permission to touch, even if they love you. And by way of us asking, can I give you a kiss? Is it okay if I give you a hug? That opens up a line of communication that this is yours. And if you don't feel comfortable, then that's okay. And I know people are like, no. See, like I said, these kids nowadays are a lot more protected than we were in the yesteryears. I'm just going to be honest with you. It wasn't no, I don't want to kiss Uncle Ray Ray. His breath smell like beer and cigarettes. I just don't want to. It's go on and kiss your uncle, girl. Go on and sit on your uncle's out. You know what I'm saying? It was never no, I don't want to do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Kids know when they don't want to do something, know when they're uncomfortable. Okay, they do know. But we teach them at some point in time, telling them, hold on. We at some point in time teach them how to overlook things. We teach them that, like I said, go hug your auntie. Go kiss your cousin. Go give your auntie a hug. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is that, I can appreciate that. Me asking my daughter, hey, Demi, it's okay if I give you a kiss? Then can I have some sugar? And he'll be like, yes. Because sometimes even when I kiss him, he'll be like, yuck. He's at that stage now. I hate it because I could kiss all over him and he'd just sit there and take it. Now he's like, no, I don't want that. And I'll be getting so mad because I'll be wanting to just kiss him. But that's right. I want to teach him, good touching, bad touching, and stuff that's acceptable and not. But if you feel as though that something has traumatically happened to your kids, I'd say this: give them a week and watch their behavior. Just watch their behavior for a week. You know how your child is, okay? If you pay attention to them, okay? If you're not shoving phones in their faces every 24 hours. Now, my kids, they do utilize the phone. But for the most part of the time, I'll be like, be bored. I don't care. You're not supposed to have that phone in your face all the time. Go outside. Be a child. You know what I'm saying? And so when if either of my children act a different way than what I'm accustomed to, we have a conversation right on up to the eldest one. Our 15-year-old. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And if he say nothing, I back off a little bit, but then I ask again, what's going on? Your attitude is such. And 9 times 10, he starts letting me know I had a bad day, this and this and that. We have a conversation. I realize what's going on with my child. I don't just let them run around feeling the way they do, acting the way they do, and it's nothing. It is responsive to something going on internally. Okay. Us as human beings, that's how God bred us. That's how God created us. So even down to my little ones, if I see Denim running around acting up, he's talking back to me, and I'm like, whoa, what's up, boy? Why are you acting like that? Because daddy didn't, it's a response to something. Y'all gotta understand, it's a such thing called learned behavior. Some things are learned, okay? Some children learn things, all right? And it's us as parents to make sure that learned behavior is filtered accordingly, all right? So if you feel like, your child got touched or whatever, have the conversation with them first, and then regulate their surroundings. And then, to be honest with you, keep them shut in and see if that behavior doesn't subside. Because you could very well be keeping them away from their abuser. And then they'll go back to normal because they're not experiencing that situation anymore. When I tell you, once I told my mom, I was up in my age by then. So really, but she's shutting it down. I couldn't go over there anymore. The girl cousin could come over here, but it was no more going up over there, like that for a while. And I was relieved, low key, because I was like, good, but those are things that you can do. Do I know everything? No. Am I a doctor, physician? Absolutely not. But things that I experienced in life, I'm able to be like, I would have did that differently. Like now, everything when it comes to conversations and stuff like that and open up a dialect, it's beautiful when it comes to our children, especially Demi. Demi is amazing with articulating to the best way that she can her emotions and her feelings. And she will tell me, or she will tell daddy like, oh, I felt uncomfortable doing this. She'll tell me, Mom, stop pinching my butt, stop touching my butt, or don't touch my butt. She do it all loud. I'll be like, oh, be quiet. Well, get me in trouble. She'll tell me, can you stop doing that? Or stop, Mom, or whatever the case may be. And I respect that because I want her to know that she's respected. So when it's somebody outside of myself or her father, she know, okay, you were not supposed to do that. I didn't appreciate that. And she will tell. And stop telling your kids, stop being a tattletale. Don't tell them to do that because you got to understand that sometimes the abuser will tell them not to say nothing. So you're already embedded in them. Don't be a tattletale. So what kid wants to be a tattletale? Okay. All right, we're going to take another quick break. I'm going to do a battery check. Okay. And we're going to come back with open discussion. And then we're going to wrap things up here at Straight Talk with Whitney D. Okay. All right. So I'll be back in a second. What up, you guys? Whitney D here with Whitney D CD, and we have merch! Hold on. Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was working. All right, you guys, we are back and I'm about to open up. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, you guys, we are back. Yes, I'm right here over here. Hey, you guys. Now we're about to open up the the lines, and we're going to get into a discussion real quick. You guys can talk about whatever you guys would like to talk about, okay? Let me go and get into, let's do this. I'm going to tap in. Okay, that is the link for you guys to come tap in. Let me get into the chat and see what you guys had to say overall about everything, okay? Gonna put that up. I'm gonna go all the way back because you guys had a lot to say at the beginning about the dating in the end times. Okay. All right, Shadi says, I petitioned God for a husband. Now I'm fasting and praying. Absolutely. You keep it up. Brenda says, I'm ready for the Lord to come too, but we don't know the day nor the hour, so we must occupy until he comes. Absolutely. She also says, kingdom marriages are coming forth as they are mandated for ministry. The glory of God will rest on these marriages. So yes, marriages are fine. They are being mandated by heaven. Okay. Thank you. Hi key. Mikey says powerful. My mom says, I hear you. Oh, okay, mama. Okay, girl. Okay. And if y'all can't hear me, let me know. Brenda says, even the rumors of wars, the Lord said it's still not time. He's preparing his bride, the church, first. Okay. And then she says, I never wanted to get married. I argued with Jesus about it. But when I surrendered my will to his, he changed my heart and mind. Remember the way we see time. He doesn't. He's in eternity. And that's actually what I was going to tap into and say to you guys, that, you know, he doesn't know the time that we know. That's why us doing pity patties and party. Oh God, that's how I was. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm spoiled by my God though, because I was acting a darn fool before I met my husband. I knew I was. When I met my husband, the night I met him, I was actually about to start rebelling. And God came right in on time and presented my husband to me because I was at my wit's end. I just wanted to be loved. I loved hard and people was taking advantage of me. And I just wanted it to be in return. And I told God if he wouldn't work on my time, if you will, that I was just finna let it go, baby. I was finna be out there Tatiana around the world, okay? But he was like, no, that's not what I have for you, daughter. Hold tight. And so he brought my husband together, and I'm grateful for that. Shadi says, please, Lord, bless me with a godly husband. Now, I like that. I like I said, I will roll with you with that. Not necessarily saying, you know, God, I want a preacher or a deacon, you know, which that's awesome things to aspire for, but be open that they are not preachers and deacons, but they're a child of God, you know, a man of God. Because my husband is he perfect? No, I'm not perfect either. And baby, when I tell you, he was the one man that kind of, you know, humbled me. That's why I be like, baby, I'm very grounded over here. Okay, I can never think myself higher than I ought to, because my support system, my husband, my mother will bring me right back down to earth. Okay, but baby, he used to tell me about me, girl. You know, you are not all that in the bag of shit spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you now stop it. You know. And so we forget to give people the grace that we require, that we want, you know. Beautifully Anime says, you wanted a realist. I did. I wanted somebody that was going to be real. But I wanted them to love the Lord, period, because I love him. And I, you know, how would that look, me praising, worshiping God, and then you just over there, just there. You know what I'm saying? And when stuff don't happen, I want to kneel down and pray. You know, I remember it was a lot of times when my husband will be like, okay, let's pray. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't want to. And he'll be like, well, I'm going to pray for you. Okay. I like that. Beautifully Anime says, when keeping it real gets real and is real. Brenda says, preacher or not, Darren is the king and priest of that home. I'm in the Bible. Yes, that is true. And that's the thing people have to understand, that regardless if they meet whatever godly mode that you want them to, if you married them, that's what they are. Period. That's what, you know what I'm saying, they're called to be. That's the position that you put them in by marrying them. That's why the word says for you to be equally yoked, meaning you don't want to just roll up on anybody, because that's the person that's going to be the overseer of the household. You know, so you got to make sure that they show different components. And like I was telling y'all, my husband had potential. He wasn't just some bum. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that first probably meet him, oh, you on the floor and blah, 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 blah. I told him, and I've shared this story with y'all, scoot over. Because, baby, let's enjoy this together. Because the next time we be on the floor, it's probably because we're on the floor of our place, us together. But gone scoot over, he was like, whoa, yeah, Negro. Little did he know, and I don't know if I shared this with him. I got into an apartment. I had moved into an apartment, 2-bedroom. It actually was a 1-bedroom apartment. Early in my life, right? A week later, I lost my job. I literally had just moved in. I had no furniture, no nothing. I had to sleep on the floor, and the value, and I had to go to a food shelter. I've been at the lowest. That's why I'm like, people don't know my story. Yeah, I had just got into the apartment, and that's actually what got me starting to be in childcare on the level of like a facility, because I had lost my job. And so I started working at the church and stuff like that, you know. But a week before that, I didn't know where I was going to work. I didn't know where the money was going to come. I didn't have no money. I didn't want to go to my mom's because she told me not to get this apartment. Okay, I had to prove her wrong. So I ate from shelters. Literally, they would give me the little box or whatever the case may be, and that was it for me. And I had to make it work. I didn't have gas. I really didn't have a lot of stuff. I stayed in that house, you know, and I just called places. I remember my phone got turned off one time, and the only thing that I could give them was an email, you know, saying that I would check from time to time if I had access to go up to the apartment office, you know what I'm saying, and get it. So I knew where I was at when I met my husband, enough to where I was shopping every week. He'll tell you, he over there. I would come bags and bags of clothes. He'll be like, Whitney, I mean, in the trunk. I'm like, oh yeah, I got you something, baby, because I was making buku money, and because I've been from not having it didn't faze me. And so when I met him in that situation, I knew it was gonna be temporary. Come on, somebody, because it was temporary for me. I knew if you gave me opportunity, if you gave me a job, I'm gonna work. So I saw in him, he's not a bum. He's in a bad damn situation, you know, was in a relationship, got put out, or whatever the case may be. And I said, no, sir, you have a child. No, you a king. I saw that in him when I saw him on that floor. And I saw how, because in order to be embarrassed, you have to be ashamed of a situation. Okay, somebody, y'all gonna miss that. See, with shame comes a point of, you know, like, cover up, like, you know, you want to fix the situation. You just don't know how. Well, baby, he met the right one. Because I was like, oh, okay. Although I got us in a bummy situation as well. But my whole point in that was that I was the power. He was the potential. And when those things met, boom, it was explosive. You know. We were a powerhouse after that. And then literally a month later, I lost my job after getting him out of his situation. But he remembered when, you know? So I say you have to look beyond the surface of a person and see the heart of person. You know what I'm saying? That's what always matters to me at the end of the day. That's why, like I said, I had some freaking swamp monsters back in my past. But it was because I identify with their heart. You know what I'm saying? Child, get me started on that. Brenda also says, the worldly folks is living life like it's nothing. Jesus said he came to give us not only life, but an abundant life. I'm going to live until he cracks that sky. Exactly. Live life. Okay. Queen Key says the world not ending isn't like when people say that God want us to have no fear. Exactly. He do. And these times you're not supposed to be fearing what's going on in the world. He already told you. He wanted you to take comfort in knowing that he told you this was going to happen. So if he told you that this is going to happen, and he also said that I will give you comfort, I will give you peace, don't you think he's going to give you that too? And because he said it in his word, so you got to trust in that. If he's withdrawn not into things he usually likes, okay, now we're going into the potential of a child being touched. If he's withdrawn not into things he usually likes but no longer interested, she needs to take him to the doctor to make sure you can never be so sure and don't play with your intuition. Absolutely. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Good evening to you. Okay. Aaron says, I hope things are getting better for you. They absolutely, baby, they got better for me the next day. All right. All I need is 24 hours, baby. I'll bounce back. I'm all right. I got my mama's blood in me, baby. All right. All right. All right, we're back to this camera, okay? All right. So, Beautifully Animated says, teaching kids that their feelings don't mean ish. Exactly. And I'm not for that. My kids have a say-so. Now, it may not be just sign, seal, and deliver. But for the most part, I listen to my kids. We listen to our kids. We have a dialect. We kind of let them understand why a disciplined action is about to happen. Especially my husband is good on that. With our older son, I mean, he gets disciplined, but he'll have a conversation and he'll try to gain understanding as to why he thought like that, and then to let him know why he thinks, my husband, why he feels like the thought process in which he took was right or wrong, and then the disciplinary action comes. And to be honest with you, I shared this with you guys last week. My mom did the same thing. Like I said, she found my diary and she found some very disgusting things in there. Of course, I'm gonna be honest with myself. At the age that I was experiencing these things, I shouldn't have been. So I know that had to be devastating for her to read and go through. And she sat me down. We had a conversation, and then I got disciplined. So yeah, and not all times do situations take whoopings and stuff like that. Sometimes it takes conversation, because the moment my mom told me she was disappointed in me, oh, my life was over at that time. It was devastating. Queen Kish says, I just talked to my son who's 10 about good touch and bad touch. For the first time, he was very uncomfortable. I told him, tell on anybody who touched you. He was surprised that you can tell on family. See? And that's so important. That is so real. Baby, I don't care who it is, okay? Like I said, Demi will tell on me, okay? And my husband will in the background be like, don't do that, babe. And I'll be like, I can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock that, because it is what it is. Even if we discipline them, like, my son will be like, don't do that, And then my husband will come back and be like, well, you did this and that and the third. It's okay to explain to a child what is going on. It's okay. It is okay. And that's a healthy dialogue and a healthy conversation for them to understand disciplinary actions, and that things will cause reactions. Because if they get out there in this world and they think they just thugga, bang, 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 and get shot, it's like, well, you didn't teach them that you ain't gangster, bro. Everybody don't love you like me. I spank your butt. I let you know not to do that, because when you get out to this world and you think you can do that to XYZ and X pops your butt, you're going to know where that came from. You're going to know that, oh, that's what mommy daddy was talking about. So, yep. But yes, I'm quick to let them know, ain't no respectful person. This is your body, okay? If you feel uncomfortable about something, a conversation, a touch or whatever, you tell somebody, you let us know. We're going to do what we need to do as parents. Don't you worry about the next person. That's very clear. Queen Key says, I have two sons, 6 and 10. I didn't think I needed to talk to them about bad touch because they are boys, but after seeing FTM Bay's situation with her son, I just had to start talking to them. That's amazing. And that's the reason why you shouldn't stifle nobody's experience. That's the reason why I took it very disturbingly how Tasha K responded, because you are a grown woman. You are elder in this sense. Um, Regardless if the situation is factual or whatever the case may be, this is a situation and it's happening in life. And you don't want the person that's really going through it, if you want to say, to be like, I'm not going to talk on that. I'm not going to talk about it because this is the response that I get when I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play with that. And y'all know I stand 10 toes down when it comes to like this whole R. Kelly situation with the parents, with the victims. I don't play. I don't care what anybody think about it because these are real life situations. It's not just an R. Kelly. It's not just an FTN Bay and Doobie Booby or Googie, whatever his name is. These are real situations that happens to your brothers, your husbands, your dads, your uncles, okay, your cousin. Those men get touched too, and that's the reason why they be like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna beat old girl up, or I'm just gonna be just socially awkward." They rather go through all those extremes than to tell their stories because of the backlash that they get, the laughter that they get. I'm not doing that. You have a safe space here, and I got your back, regardless of the situation or the dynamics, and that's period. I'm gonna bring on Aaron. We're gonna get out of here. We got 4 minutes and we're gonna wrap this up. So Aaron, I'm gonna give you about like 2 minutes, baby, okay? But I will bring you on and we're gonna close everything up, okay?
All right.
Hey,
hello.
Aaron.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I didn't hear much about the topic this evening. I was out. I just got back home, but I've been listening on my phone and stuff. But you said we can talk about anything we want to talk about, and I'm sure most of the people on here knew what occurred earlier in the week. And not to comment on that situation. Well, I'm not going to comment on it, but I'm just going to, it basically, one thing I've noticed about, and I'm still studying the YouTube thing. It's not just you. There are other content creators that are going through this. They are being basically like bullied for no reason. And it's like, my thing is this, I just see it's like, if you don't like somebody, then why would you care what they're doing? No, basically it's like, they're, for example, I kind of know how it is for you, but there are people who probably have it like the same, well, I would say the same way, if not worse. They're, like worried about, how much, how they get their money. And it's like they're, just it's sad. And, you don't find this in other, like with other races and stuff. You can find, like white people, worry about this. And, they're not talking about like most white people. Of course, you have some that are, in the same, like they talk about like gossip and stuff, but you don't hear about them getting into all the beefs and stuff. And they have, and they get hundreds of thousands, if even millions of views and stuff. And you have other content. Now, there are content creators and, black content creators that, have, there's one who has over 1 million subscribers. I believe it's the Impressive channel, if you're familiar with her. Impressive channel. She has over 1 million subscribers. And, she didn't have to go the like the Tasha K route. She, does the stories. She's very credible. I follow her, she kind of does documentary style, pieces. So she does a lot of those. And she doesn't show her face. I think she doesn't show her face. And she stays to her lane and stuff, and she's doing very wonderful. Very great, very successfully, and I just don't understand how people feel like, okay, I got to tear this person down so I can build up something. And
right,
and it's like it's not going to stop. It's like they feel like, okay, if I can tear this person down and I can get up here, then they're going to do it more stronger. It's like, okay, I got it here, now I'm going to do it more. And then as soon as you know it, you look at Tasha K, and it's like, I mean, when I first found Tasha K, I thought she was kind of credible. It's kind of sort of, but then it's like, I thought, okay, maybe she was doing something nobody else was doing. Then it's like, okay, it's kind of like this, if it seems too good to be true, then it probably isn't. And that's how, again, that's how she comes across. And it's like, even now, she owes $3.8 million. And it's like, my thing is, she's still oblivious to it. Like, okay, some way, somehow, I'm gonna, not be able, some way, somehow, they're gonna, basically, take that judgment away. And, it's not gonna happen. It's like, I mean, it's just it's interesting, but and people still haven't learned from Tasha K. I mean, you would think by now people would see, okay, look where Tasha K has gotten herself to. Maybe
they
I need to
haven't.
stop.
Aaron, I'm gonna cut you off there because I do want to say that everything you're saying is valid, and those that aren't aware. Or maybe so. I had a discrepancy with another former YouTuber. I'm gonna say former because she has not been on these YouTube streets, and I'm gonna say whose name will remain anonymously. Okay, but y'all know if y'all know what's been going on. And the thing is that yeah, you would think people would learn, but what people got to also understand, and I'm not trying to say this in no disrespect, but you can't bully the bully. Okay, baby, like you can't punk me. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that because I'm not a bully. I didn't even care for bullies back then. But you can't punk me. How you feel about me is very irrelevant because I have a foundation that was built before I even got on here, by way of my mother, by way of my father, by way of my husband now. They esteem me every day. So when people try to say or do anything to me, it doesn't shake me. I don't, it doesn't do anything. And I think that people look at people like the Tasha Case in the world and they think, oh, well, look what happened when she was acting like that. Let me, but it's like, really, is that the way you really want to go? I just don't feel like, for me, that's a route that I want to take. I stand on integrity, and that's even when nobody else does. Even when nobody else is standing with me, I'm going to stand on integrity because by no means does the bad person win. The good person, the good guy always wins. And I know people look at it and be like, oh, not necessarily. Yes, they do. No shade, no tea. Cardi B is the one that's receiving the money, okay? Not Tasha K, although she may be infamous from it now. But we saw the likes of what happened in this case with Wendy Williams. Like, really? You see how her life is just went spiraling down? You reap what you sow. You got to know that whatever you put out in the earth, in the world, it's going to come back to you. And I don't think people gather that. And that's the reason why I myself personally, I choose to tread lightly on a lot of situations. Can I go in on stuff? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, just because I get by with something doesn't mean that I get away. And just because people on this sector feel as though, oh, I'm the bully. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna dox you. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna do that. And they think they ain't got to reap no consequences. See, you never know who you are running up on. You never know who you doxing. You never know who you playing with. And then when you have to see the ramifications of that, it's like, oh, it went too far. You got to stop messing with people because you don't know how a person is going to deal with what you're going through. So, Aaron, thank you so much for that.
And the thing about this is that, well, not this, but just overall, I was in my earlier years, I kind of didn't think for myself at one point either. I kind of followed, not basically to this extent, because there wasn't this type of platform when I was, in my younger years. But, even then, it's like, I'm glad that I'm, where I am now, to where, okay, I can think for myself, because again, it's like you kind of, now social media as a whole basically has revealed to me, personally, I feel social media has revealed basically how it is, basically. And I kind of like, and I'm like, I wish I knew this back then. You see how it is now. It's like everybody's following somebody, and
Right.
the bigger guy, he has to follow somebody, and it's like, everybody's following everybody, and people cannot think for themselves. It's ridiculous. And
It is.
that's why, I don't have a problem being who I am, and people, I'm still trying to get over it. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be me. And it's like, if you don't like it, they don't like it, but yeah, it's ridiculous,
It is.
so
Thank
much
you,
to talk
Aaron.
about. But yeah,
Yeah,
we
it
will
is, and
definitely
we're
talk
we're
about
gonna
this.
we're gonna
Oh, okay.
eventually. What I want to do, to be honest with you guys, I want to create and I'm working on it. I'm going to quite possibly create a open panel where we just throw topics out there and then we just dive deep on it. So
Yeah,
we're
we'll
going to
talk
have
off.
more.
Yeah, we will definitely talk off of here.
Yeah,
I do want to
we're gonna
do something
definitely
like that.
talk. So I thank you. I'm gonna bring on beautifully animated, but
All
hit me
right.
in my DMs or emails, and we can continue the conversation there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. You have a nice
All right.
evening. Hey,
You too.
beautifully
Bye.
animated.
Bye, Aaron.
Bye.
Hey, beautifully.
Hey.
Hey, Precious. Good evening. What's up, girl?
Yeah. First of all, wanted to say definitely with the kid situation, body language and stuff like that. We're
Right.
we're taught about body language, and then adults don't pay attention to the body language, even though they
Right.
know. you know, it's like they see when you're bothered, like you're throwing a tantrum or whatever, right? They see
Mm-hmm.
things on that note where you're getting in trouble, but when you need help, they don't see it.
That's true.
Because yeah, I was messed with by a few like family members, or well, one messed with me, one tried it, like, you know what I'm saying, but
Right.
um and the first person was my uncle, and it's like I didn't like hugging him, but you know I would just like deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
um and it wasn't, my dad saw something, but he just thought it was the normal, like, um reaction as the same as my cousins, because we didn't like him. Because he would tell on us and blame things on us, like something get broken, it was the kids. So my dad wasn't around for that. My aunts and grandparents were there for that, so they knew better. They knew how he was and stuff like that, and they were always
Mm-hmm.
like, leave them kids alone. But yeah, for my dad, it was disguised as being, the normal action feelings of my cousins
Right.
around the same age or whatever.
So I got a question for you, really animated, because you are actually, finna do a project with us, and you're embarking on dating in these times. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like, oh, Jesus is coming? Let me just like, how do you feel?
For me,
Yeah. Are you nervous about getting out there, in your age and with the way of the world? How do you feel about dating in these times?
no. Uh, the only thing I would worry about is, I guess, me. That would be on my mind, because you know I'm like, soft and sweet, but I'm also a beast. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I'm just saying.
so
I
I'm a
mean,
lot.
y'all need to stop saying that. You are enough. You're not a lot. You need to start saying change your verbiage, because I said that too, and that's why I
Mhm.
kept trying to push Darren away, because I'm like, I'm a lot. I don't think, I. And he was like, you're deserving. You're worthy. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, Negro, like. So I had
Well,
to
I
change
know,
my verbiage.
I'm deserving and worthy and stuff like that,
That's
but
good
it's
that you
just,
know that.
you know, um, the whole process of going through guys and stuff like that because they don't click with me or whatever. It's like kind of tiring.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, we finna, and
but
I'm about to get ready to record the pilot for our project here soon. I gotta start the casting of it. I just been, excuse my French, pussyfooting around. But yeah, I got a lot to do. But yeah, I'm excited to do this with you. I'm so excited. So thank you. Is
yeah,
there
me too.
anything final you would like to say? Because I'm about to wrap this on up.
This is my second channel as um Beautiful Anna Speaks.
I gotta put this
And
on.
did I say that right? Beautifully Animated Speaks. Okay.
Yes, you did.
um I finally put up a video. I hope you all watch it. It is very important. It pertains to, I'll just say it pertains to Regina King's son's situation.
Okay. So again, you guys check her out at Beautifully Animated Speaks. Okay. Thank you, sister, for joining us. I love you.
Thank you for having me. Love you too.
All right, you guys. I wanted to tap in on Queen Keisha, and then we're about to call it a night. She states, "Mine was my mom's boyfriend. That is why I was hypersexual in my early 20s. Got introduced and touched and had to jack him off age 8 and 9." I'm so sorry you went through that, Queen. And to be honest with you, I didn't have to, do anything like that. But yes, I was touched and stuff like that by my relative, by my cousin. And then after that, it was just a series of just different people. Just felt like they could touch on me. And I didn't think anything was wrong of it, because it was happening, with other people, you know what I'm saying, that loved me or whatever the case may be. So I just kind of just, let it happen in those ages, unbeknownst to me or whatever the case may be. And then come to find out, some of those people that actually touched on me were getting touched. We had conversations and things to that nature. So yeah, hurt people. And I just tell people that. But my big thing is, and I will ever stand on this, you have to hold yourself accountable so you can do the work that's necessary and move forward. I did some semi work. I mean, and I say semi because I didn't get the therapy aspect, but I got the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And I just, it irritates me when people be like, "Oh, Jesus gonna fix it." And yeah, he is. He's a way maker, but the word also says faith without works is dead. You can have the faith part, but if you don't implement the works, it's dead. So it's a balance that needs to be there. You need a balance of the faith, which is the word of God, and then you need to have that therapy. It's okay to talk to people. You're not crazy, even if it's somebody that's kind of a little more godly, a little more sound than you. Y'all forgive me, this is about that time. Denim is in there screaming and hollering like a banshee, probably because it's bedtime. He got to be at school anyways. But yeah, the word of God says to seek godly counsel. It's okay to seek maybe your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your homegirl is a little more uh, godly balance, if you will. And you want to have a conversation with her, you know what I'm saying? You know that whatever she gives you is going to be spiritually led. It's going to be Bible based, if that makes sense. And I have a sister, and y'all be seeing her in here, Brenda. That is my sister in Christ. My mom, however, is my best friend. And, we have conversations all the time, all the time. So get you somebody who is spiritually balanced, okay? All right, you guys, that is it for me. We're going into an hour and 45 minutes. I was not expecting that whatsoever, okay? But not for nothing, you guys, make sure you guys like this video, share this video, especially if you got something from it, okay? Share it for the next person to get it. Even if it's here on YouTube, click that share button and share it on your channel, okay, over here, okay? Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I think now I'm like literally, y'all, probably like 4 or 5 away from being at 6K. All right. And we are definitely going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate each milestone, baby, period. Next month, we're going to celebrate 3 years on YouTube. So I'm excited. And so I ask that you guys help me like the video, put it in the algorithm, share the video. Okay. Share the video and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you continuously keep it cute. Respect yourself. Okay. And I guarantee you others will respect you. Okay. All right, you guys. If you have something that you would like to send to me, you need straight talk, send it to reviewswithwhitneyD@gmail.com, okay? And if you would like to support me on a monetary basis at any time, baby, it can be 12 o'clock at night, I'm going to get it, all right? Please donate to my Cleanly House Fund. You know, don't want nobody catching C19 over here because my house so dirty. Dirty, all right? So send me your support, not too big, not too small, at my Cash App, Whitney D. TV 87, okay? Not for nothing, you guys, that is the video. I love y'all so very, very. Let me get these last comments on the screen. I love you guys so very much. Check out Old School Patricia. Her channel is stinking dope. I love it. She had me rolling. She actually covered my situation with that other person, okay, on her channel. It was cute. She didn't have to keep it cute either. Look, I'm fair. Okay, let me make this very clear to y'all that be taking my commentary and all this stuff. I'm fair. If you can critique me and do it respectfully, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's just when you get disrespectful, you get nasty, you get ugly. It's not conducive to anything because I definitely don't hear you. Okay, but if you can do it in a constructive way and do it respectfully, I'm listening. I'll take a critique. I will take a critique. Okay, but Old School Patricia, check her out. Her channel is dope. She said, you have me cracking up when you say dirty. Dirty! It's just dirty. Okay? Dirty. All right? Not for now. I need a shirt. Okay? Let me put this out here. Anybody that is a shirt creator, I know Katie is, and we're actually going to talk about some stuff. I want a shirt. I want a shirt that says #dirty. I want something to say #smiling in my dirty house. Y'all. Okay, we gotta keep this full steam ahead. Okay, all right, the dirty collection. All right, dirty. Okay, dirty. Okay, y'all can even catch that clip. Dirty. Okay, I love y'all, but most of all, God loves you. Y'all be content. Be content in who you are, and I guarantee you, it's gonna make the next person itch because they want you to be so bent out of shape. But the best way to get the bully is to ignore their ass. All right, okay, and if not, take in what they saying and just like, yeah, you're right. It is. What can you do with a person like that you can't bully? What do you do with a person that you can't be like, you skinny and your track's showing? You're like, well, yes, it is. It was a bad day today, but it's tucked in now. Now you can't see it. Now what? What can you do with a person like that tell you that you fat and you be like, yeah, I did kind of let myself go. What can you do? That's no fun when a rabbit got the gun. So, be encouraged, okay? It's going to make you money. Yes. Okay? But I love y'all so much. I just be trying to be laughter, and light over here. I try my best to be, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And any tongue that rises up against you shall be condemned in Jesus' name. I love y'all so much. Straight Talk is out. Y'all be blessed. What up? What up? Hey, lovelies. We are now on Apple Podcasts. Yes, yes, yes. For my iPhone users, just a little something for you. Head over to the Apple Podcast app and type in Whitney DTV in the search bar and click the check to add me to your dashboard and listen to your girl on the go. Powered by Anchor FM by way of Spotify.
Keep it cute or get the boot.